What's good, ladies and gentlemen? How you doing? Dudes and dudettes. Guess what? Don't blink. I know you like, wait a minute. Didn't I just see this brother live just a few minutes ago? Well, there was quite a few technical difficulties in that live stream, Facebook and YouTube land, and I was not happy with it. Your guy, Kendrick, the sports guy, wasn't feeling it. And I said, you know what? Let's do a take two. And this time, it probably be a little bit more colorful, a little bit more laid back, but we're going to have some fun. We're talking Bears, Packers, the showdown going down in Lambeau on tomorrow, 3:25 p.m. on Fox. 9-3 Bears and 8-3-1 Packers. And you already know I'm Wisconsin born, Texas raised, 414, baby, from the mill, from Bruce City. And I had to have my brother on, my brother from my other mother. We first cousins, but we are brothers by relationship. So without further ado, before I bring him on, let me say this. Make sure you come in, like, share, subscribe to the YouTube channels. That is Kendrick Sports Hustle, as well as TFG Sports Media. Doesn't cost you a dime. Make sure you like and follow them both on Facebook as well, where you're watching me right now. Again, Kendrick Sports Hustle, as well as TFG Sports Media. You can also follow me on TikTok at Kendrick Henderson 51, which is live, all the way live when I go there. And by the way, I want to thank all those that follow me there. I went over 100,000 views on TikTok today. On TikTok, 100,000 views, just me doing sports. Hey, your boy's trying to get there. So I want to appreciate everybody that follow me and check me out over there. And you can also follow me on Instagram at Kdrick1969. But without further ado, I got to bring in my brother from my other mother. Again, straight out of the mill, straight out of the 414, Mr. Will Walker, one of the biggest Packers fans I know outside of myself. What's going on, bro? Let's do a double take. How you?
It's nice to be here. It's
doing?
nice to be welcome to your platform, and it's good to say I'm the man with two nicknames.
I'm waiting
They
on
call
you,
me
Will.
Mac. They call me Mac Truck, and they call me Big Will. So at the end of the day, it's nice to meet you guys. It was good. What's going on? What we doing here?
Hey, you know what we doing, man. We doing a double take. I didn't like the technical. Hey, there you go. I didn't like the technical difficulties that happened with our first live stream. We had a lot of lag issues, so I think I found a workaround that's going to make this a clean one this time. But let's get down to it, bro. Let's talk Bears 9-3 at our Packers 8-3-1. For it's a big game in the NFC North Division. Most likely, whoever wins this, most likely is going to win this division, but not just quite. But
no, not just quite.
Yeah, talk about that. What's the importance of either one of these teams winning this game? What position does this put them in?
I think like when you look at the schedule, so we really can't put the whole kit and caboodle on this one particular game. I think it solidifies like dominance for one of the other teams, but I don't think it solidifies like because who's going to win the division, because Detroit is 2 games behind the Packers, I believe. Well, probably 1 game since they played Thursday. Right. So at the end of the day, it's like whoever wins this game is pretty much putting themselves in the forefront. But it's still, we play them. The Packers play them again,
right?
A week later.
Yeah,
2 Sundays later. So 2 weeks later. So at the end of the day, you win. Whoever wins really don't. With the Bears being up 1 game, that does say a lot, considering where they were and who they normally are. But it doesn't really, at this game, really means something like it's more about the rivalry to me. It's more about who wants it more. You know what I'm saying? Who wants to be ahead? You know, the Bears, I think they fell into it. They didn't go up like, this is who we are. This is who's going to be. We look at them early in the season. They really wasn't world beaters, and nor were the Packers. So it's like one of these 2 teams fell into it the same way Detroit and Minnesota fell out of it. So we'll see who's really the pretender or the contender tomorrow when the game is really played. So then we'll know.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about the standings right now, bro. The Bears again they're at 9-3, but they are 1-2 in the division.
Right.
Packers, we are 8-3-1, but we are 3-0 in the division. We swept the
Very important.
We got a victory over the Vikings. We still got to play them again. The Lions are 8-5, but they are 1-3 in the division. We've swept them, so they got us for them to
That's a
win
full
this
2
division.
games back.
Yeah, it's gonna take them, some help for them to try to even win this thing again for us NFC North. Vikings, they're 4-8, they're 2-2 in the division, so they kind of still right there. So after listening to that, I mean, the Packers, we are a win tomorrow would make us 4-0 in the division, and that would put us in pretty good shape.
I agree. And here's the thing. You always want to be in the lead. You always want to be the lead dog. You don't want to be sitting back asking yourself like woulda, coulda, shoulda. Because if you look at the Packers, and I'm gonna speak from a Packer perspective because I am a Packer fan, henceforth, all the Packer
TB
garb
all
I
day,
have
baby.
on.
Yeah.
And I got on Packer draws. Yes, I do.
Oh, damn.
But that's personal. And socks, but they already know about the socks. But at the end of the day, it's like you want to be in the lead dog position, as especially like we have a tie. And so that luxury, as much as I and I'll be honest with you, I really thought the Cowboys should have won that game. They were really playing better than the Packers.
No, and we could talk about that too. We had them down 13-0, if I'm not mistaken, and I think we let up off the gas, and we didn't put them
off
away.
the hook.
Yeah,
we didn't put them
right.
away. We
but
let
you're
them
right.
back
The
in.
Cowboys.
At their home, they really like became like the lead dog in that game. But the point I'm trying to make is this: is like we have played down to our competition all season long, or played up, however you want to look at it. Because I really don't know if we got a good team or not. But what I do know is good teams are made in December. Good teams win in December, regardless of if you in Arizona, regardless of you in New England, regardless of where you at. If you are a good team, December is when you start solidifying the fact that you're a good team. So either the Bears tomorrow or the Packers tomorrow, we will know who's really the good team and who's going to win this game. And really how the game play out. How the game plays out means a lot to me too. Because I think you can lose and still save face. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Ain't no honor in losing, but sometimes you can lose. It's how you lose. Like the way the Packers lost to the Eagles, I don't think that's how you lose. And how they lost to Carolina, I don't think that's how you lose. Because those are very winnable games. The defense did everything in their power to win those games.
And the Browns. We can't leave out the Browns. We lost to the Browns.
I try not to think about that.
Me too. But somebody always in the chat on Gat Dog on TikTok bring it up, and I had to say, man, I ain't trying to think about that. But and good teams also know how to win ugly. Let's be honest with you.
And that's what I thought. And
17. Go ahead.
And I thought at one point we were a good team. I thought like winning ugly with the defense that we got, I was okay with, because like I said, I'm all the way back to the 70s with this football stuff. And it's like, oh, you said I can cuss. All the way back to the 70s with this football shit. So if that's the case, it's like for me, it's like I don't mind winning ugly, because a win at the end of the day is a win. But there's certain parameters in the game that you just don't do. You don't turn over the ball.
Yeah.
You don't let them get third and short. No. I ain't gonna say third and short, because sometimes you can get third and short. You can fall forward and get 3 fucking yards, but you don't get them third and long. You don't get them third and 8s and 9s and double digits. It's like when it's time for you to get off the field as a football team, you get off the field. And I think that's where the Packers fall short. When it's time to get off the field defensively, they don't. They do everything well in a lot of instances, but don't get off the field on third and long and third and medium. When it's time to get off the field, get off the field. A good football team gets off the field. The splash plays are great. You know what I'm saying? Game-changing plays are enormous. But getting off the field is fundamental football. And you want to play complementary football, and you want to get off the freaking field. in my humble opinion.
And we were talking about that in our earlier. No, I totally agree with everything you said, bro. And we were talking about that earlier in our other live stream. That was my concern about our defense, is that we give up long drives. We can't get teams off the field on third down. And I meant to look it up just to see how we were in third
Yeah, see what the
down when it
stats
comes to
say.
third down conversions. Right, and I'm sure, again, we said this earlier too, numbers don't always tell the whole story, but I think I was wondering, I guarantee you we probably rank in the bottom half when it comes to our defense in third down conversions. Teams
I would
probably are
imagine.
very successful. I would imagine that. And I think
Yeah, just
eventually
by the eye
that
test.
could
Just by the eye test.
right. And so that has been my biggest concern about our defense. Outside of that, I've been very happy. I mean, when your defense only is, giving up 13 points technically a game, between 13 and 17 points a game, you're always giving your team an opportunity to win games.
To win.
Uh,
Yeah, and that
yeah.
yeah, and that's true. And it's like, I mean, let's just do the eye test. We ain't even gonna talk about the numbers. Because you're gonna get the numbers like very perfectly. And like I think in our last stream, numbers are not always indicative of what the game dictates. Sometimes like men lie, women lie, but the numbers don't. Yeah, sometimes the numbers lie too. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, with the numbers not adding up, you know what I'm saying? So what do we do now? So here's what I think we do now. And we ain't just talking about the Packers. I think we previewing the whole game. So because I'm never gonna, like I said, I don't even care enough about the Bears. They ain't won enough. You know what I'm saying? They're the ones. To me, this is who the Bears are. They talk a lot, they socks dirty, and they got dookie stains. And they draws. So you really can't talk to me if you lie, you stink, your feet stink, you got dookie stain. What we talking about? So we ain't talking about nothing, right? So I like to talk about something substantive. If we're not talking about anything substantive, so what are we talking about? So for all these years, that's been them. When Aaron Rodgers said, "I own y'all," they said something, but honestly, what could
But
they
you
really
can't
have
debate
said?
that. What can you debate? You can't debate that. That's fact.
They should have went wash their drawers, wash their feet, and and wash their ass, most importantly. But at the end of the day, what can you really say? Nothing, right?
Right.
So for me, and Jordan Love brought up that tradition, and he's done it very well too. And it's like, but for me, it's like, why are y'all talking so much?
Yeah. They do a lot of woofing. They do a lot of barking. You're right.
I wish we had one of their guys on here. I can get one if you want one.
Yeah. And you know what? I would love for us to do that, especially a reaction, whether we win or lose. You know
and he's
what I'm saying?
intellectual like us. He a Bear fan, so you're gonna give them so much credit.
I would definitely love to have him on if you wanted. I mean, I would love to have us on as us three. Give us some reaction to this game. Whoever wins or loses, and I think that'd be a cool conversation for us to do. Set that up, bro, and we'll try.
Okay, I can do
that. And make it happen. It probably won't be able to. I won't be able to do it tomorrow because
it's gonna be it's a process. I understand.
I got to be at work at midnight on Monday morning.
So here's the question I want to ask you.
The game is over.
Here's the question I want to ask you. When you look at the game, what do you think the Bears do well?
Oh, on all phases of the game, or just
let's do all three.
All phases.
We can do all four. I already know what Ben Johnson do because he called us out. When he got every Bears coach always do this before you give your take. Every Bears coach always do this. They don't talk about Super Bowls. They don't talk about winning the division. We're going to beat the Packers.
Beat the Packers.
Right. I ain't never not one time heard a Packer hire or a Packer player say, we're going to beat I ain't even heard a Packer fan say, I can't wait till we beat the Bears. We just look at each other and be like, hey, how you doing? Don't talk about the Bears.
I don't. I've never.
But what do you think?
Never really. I think what the Bears do well.
Stat boy,
This team, they run the football well. I think Ben Johnson has come in, and I don't know who their OC is. I forgot his name, but
He don't
They've
matter
come
because
in.
Ben Johnson is the
He's
coordinator
right.
too.
Right, he's the coordinator. Right, true that. But they've come in, and I think they solidified the offensive line. The offensive line has gotten better, and they run the football well. And I think that's the one thing I can say that they do. They do well defensively.
Mhm.
I don't think they're as strong defensively. I think you can throw against that team. I think you can
Mhm.
run against them as well. Far as special teams, I mean they okay. I mean, but overall, I just think they found a way. Caleb Williams has found some confidence. He's gotten some stability, and he's found a way to. They found a way to win games.
Win
They
games,
won
yep.
five. They won 5 in a row, and at the end of the day, it's about getting a W. I don't care
Yep,
how
I
you
think you
get it. I don't care
yep.
who you play. There's no asterisk by a win. Oh well, they played. They played the Saints. I don't give a damn if they played the Saints. They on the schedule. They got to win.
Yep.
Ain't no
Yeah,
asterisk
yeah.
by they win. That's a win. So I think that's what the Bears do well is they run the football, and I think Ben Johnson is really going to try to control the clock. I think that's what he's going to do with that run game to keep our offense off the field. I think that's what
I
we're going
think
to see tomorrow.
if he ascribed to what you just said, let's just keep the conversation flowing to where we're at right now. If Ben Johnson ascribes to what you just said, they more than likely can probably win the game. But here's the caveat. If we as a defense put the pressure on and we get loose, because I've seen other teams do it against them. And like I said, every game is different. I'm very aware of that. But it's like if we get loose on them, it don't matter what he do. It don't matter what he call. It don't matter. Like I say, it all really predicates on as a defense us dotting our I's and crossing our T's. It's like if you playing, like I say, for me, the middle of the field is important for them, especially with Rome being out. Oduze, I think that's his
Right.
last name.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
Um,
you said it better than I
not
did.
saying not
Odunze. That's it.
I thought I did. I do everything better than you. But that's what it is.
Oh, you being petty now. Okay, all right, all right, all right.
That's
I'm the
rather
older.
that's
I'm the
rather here
older
nor there.
brother now. I'm the older
I
brother now.
know. And that's the only part I don't like, man. I should be older than all of y'all. I'm closing my laptop.
but but yeah, man. I want to go back to what you say. I think the Bears Packers rivalry, as we say, obviously it's the oldest rivalry in the league. It's probably the most
Hmm.
prestigious. It has the most. I think it's the most emotions, and not taken away because I know those Dallas and Washington. That's another one.
Oh
That's
yeah,
one of the big rivalries too. But I just think
that's a big
Packers and Bears. You talk, yeah,
yep.
that one's
If we
crazy.
talk
You know,
about
with me being in
rivalries,
Texas, bro, I already know. I've been around it. That
yeah,
one is
yeah, you've
nuts.
seen it in live action, but that's just like Oakland and Kansas City. That's a big rivalry,
Hmm.
like throughout the years from AFC football,
Yeah,
you
right,
know,
right,
all the way back to
right.
AFL.
Yeah.
Um, so if we just talk about rivalries, I
Hmm.
really still believe
Yeah.
not poo pooing Washington and Dallas because as a kid I love watching them play. That's like Eagles and Dallas. I love watching them play, but
Right.
for me
Uh-huh.
in later years, more closer to now, the Vikings and the Packers, those rivalries all the way back to Randy
Mm.
Moss and them, those are viable, but
Yeah. Yeah.
ain't nothing like a Bears and Packer rivalry.
Yeah.
Without such close proximity, you
Yeah.
know, us
Right.
being like next door neighbors, little brother, big brother.
Next door
But
neighbors. Yeah.
yeah,
Right.
as much as they don't want to admit it, the Packers have been the big brothers since like '93. Like
It's
for
been a
real.
minute. You said, yeah,
It's been a
and
while,
just
yeah.
talking about that, the Bears, they will clinch a winning record no matter what they do the rest of the season. They will clinch a winning record for the first time since 2018. So it's been
Wow.
7 years since the Bears had a winning record. So that means that they over 500, whatever it may. But so and they on a 5-game winning streak. So they feel, again, we said this earlier in the other live stream, they feeling good about themselves as they should. And I'm just giving it as they should. And they came into Lambeau and got a win last January. So they still feeling confident about that.
But
So
they feet think,
I don't.
they feet think, and they still got Dookie in their draws.
And they do. And they breath smell like you know what? I ain't gonna say that. I was about to say something.
Don't be like me. Don't be petty like me.
When I get with my brother, you never know what'll happen.
Yeah, you can't be petty like me. Hey, I gotta be the petty one. You take the highbrow.
No, I do, but
you
no, man. Don't get it twisted. I can get petty, baby, bro. I can get petty. I know. Ask some of the people in my chat on TikTok. I will get petty.
I know.
So let's talk about this. Let's talk about the remaining schedule after this for both these teams. I'm gonna give you the Bears. The Bears got the Browns after tomorrow. Then they got us again at home. Then they are at the 49ers, and then they finish with the Lions. We have the Broncos at the Broncos after tomorrow. Then we at the Bears. Then we have the Ravens at home. Then we finish up at the Vikings. Which team do you think has the easier finishing schedule?
Without looking at the numbers, I'm pretty sure, just off my memory and my belief of how I look at teams, I think we have the harder schedule.
I agree.
Because the Broncos have a better record, which I feel like we should beat them. But I take the Broncos personally because I really don't like Sean Payton.
I don't either. I think he's a buster. I think he's a beat. Oh, you know what? I won't go. Yeah. I think
I ain't gonna do too much. Yeah. But I will if you want me to. I can tell my true feelings about Sean Payton, but I'm gonna keep it.
Can you edit it a little bit? Just a little bit.
I can tell it. I can say he's a and Jamie Foxx said he's a
just edit it. Yeah, just edit it just a little bit, bro. Just a little bit. I want to try to get monetized.
I hate rah. He's a rah. So I hate rah-rahs, and you know what I'm talking about. Because he don't like he's just like James, he's like George Bush. He don't like what Kanye say. He's he don't like me. But anyway, so I would never, and I asked myself, like, because I don't really have a problem with Denver, but I got a problem with Sean Payton. I think but still, they still have a good team. Let's be honest about that. I ain't gonna say they got a good team, but they win. Because sometimes
they got a top-rated defense. They got a top-rated defense, bro. And I picked them. Yeah. I picked them as my dark horse in the AFC, and I picked them to give the Chiefs some hell in that West Division. Obviously, I think they got it wrapped up.
That defense is formidable. Yeah, that defense is formidable. So
their offense is pedestrian, in my opinion. I think Bo Nix, I think he's solid, but I think offensively they're not as good as they are defensively. But I think that defense can carry that team. Yeah. So that's going to be a hard game for us. That's at Denver, and I think that's going to be a tough game. But I agree with you. I think we have the harder remaining schedule. I do. Especially we have to go to Broncos. We got to go to Chicago. Then we got the Ravens coming in. Lamar Jackson
which is my second favorite team. A lot of people don't know that. I've been loving the Ravens since their inception.
Yeah. Lamar Jackson is my third. He's my actually my favorite NFL quarterback. In the last 2 years, he's become my favorite NFL quarterback, believe it or not.
That's why I fucked with you then.
That's my dude.
You got a little sense to yourself, huh?
But I liked him in Louisville, man. I just thought when people was trying to tell this young fella to be a wide receiver and to switch positions, I was like, who the hell are you to tell this young fella who's played quarterback all his life to switch positions? Which they do that all the time.
I know they've been doing that for years, right?
Then let me ask you this.
And I don't know Now I don't know personally, but the way he played the game, I know his feet don't stink, and he ain't had no dookie in his draw.
Yeah,
Just
for
what
real.
his
But
game.
let me ask you this though: did they ask Tim Tebow to change positions?
Eventually, they had no choice because they seen he was a bum. But no, initially, no,
But
he got drafted in
but
the
it,
first round.
but and yeah, and
He
guess
got
who
drafted in the
drafted?
first round as the NFL
Uh,
quarterback.
my man,
And Lamar,
who drafted him? What's his name? Josh. What's that OC for New England? That Josh McDaniels drafted him
Mhm.
when he was at Denver. But I
But that's
said,
like
huh?
Ozzie Newsome draft
Yeah.
Lamar and got him
Mm-hmm.
at a steal.
Yeah, they're
You
still at the
know,
bottom of the first round. Yeah, he did.
bottom of
But
the first round. Like not
a lot of those draft gurus, all of those, they were saying that, oh, we think he needs to change positions. He should be a wide receiver, this and that.
Mhm.
And look at now,
Yeah.
look,
The same they said
two-time
about
NFL.
Willie Briscoe. They said about
Yeah.
Willie Briscoe. They said about Warren Moon. You know, they want to make them wide receivers
Mm-hmm.
or defensive
Right.
backs. You know what I'm saying? They said about James Harris and probably one of the better quarterbacks in the
Mm-hmm.
NFL
Right. Right.
back when him and what's the old man for the Fox network? Um he balled now.
Right.
Bradshaw. The consensus
Mm-hmm.
is that James Harris was better than Terry Bradshaw. But
Yeah, I got you.
we we ain't
Yeah,
gonna
yeah, yeah. That's why I'm
make
trying to
this
think of
fact.
what was that backup?
James Harris, and
What
he ended up going
what was
to
his name?
eh,
Joe Gilliam, right? Joe Gilliam. Joe
Joe
Gilliam.
Gilliam. Thank you for correcting me. Yep, Joe Gilliam. Yep, it's Joe Gilliam. James Harris is from the Rams. Yep, Joe
Yeah.
Gilliam.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, Joe Gilliam was
Right,
like a
right.
better
Yeah.
quarterback, and but you know you had to do they had to do what they wanted to do. But
He
that's a
got
whole
hurt.
conversation for another day. Now he got black.
Yeah, he got hurt too. Bro, he got hurt. That's why he wasn't a starter. He eventually had them injuries. Well, that too. Well, true that. True that.
Because
And I didn't know we was
because
gonna go down that road.
I didn't either.
we would. We went down that
I was
road, ladies
I,
and gentlemen. Y'all
I was
stay
more
tuned. Don't
prepared.
leave.
I, I was more prepared for our first stream than this one because we about to get politically
Yeah.
incorrect up in this bitch. And you
Yeah.
told me I could cuss too?
Yeah. But that's I mean, that's a topic for a whole nother show though. That's a topic
It
for a whole
is.
nother show. You know what I'm saying? Where we can do that and we can talk about where we are now compared to back then. But anyway, we're really concentrating on this Bears and Packers, what's happening on tomorrow. Now, I gotta get your thoughts on the playoff standings, bruh. Right now, we in week 14. If the playoffs started today, here are the rankings. This is where everybody is. I'm gonna start with the NFC since we're gonna be talking about the Bears and Packers. Bears are the 1 seed as of right now at 9-3. The Rams are the 2 seed at 9-3 as well. The Eagles are the 3 seed at 8-4. The Bucks are the 4 seed at 7-5. The Seahawks are the 5th seed at 9-3. Our Packers are the 6th seed at 8-3-1, and the 49ers are the 7th seed at 9-4. The Lions, the Panthers, and the Cowboys are still in the hunt. Even though the Lions, they're 7-5, the Panthers are 6-6, and the Cowboys are 6-1. So if the playoffs started today, we would face the Eagles in the first round. We will probably have to go to Philly. Your thoughts on this now? Again, this is going to probably change, but this is the standings as of right now in Week 14. What's your thoughts on the playoff picture that right now?
Well, I think you just gave us the litany test on where things are going to be. It's going to change. The litmus is that things are going to change. So we're more than likely not going to face the Eagles. We more than likely are going to win the division, and so a lot of teams, every position is going to change. I think, like if we look at the numbers,
Right.
it's like we don't know who's who, who's what, or whatever. I think one thing we do know is where things stand now, they won't stand later in this season. So I think like for the if we talking about the Packers, let's talk about the Packers. Let's bring it back to me. And, and my squad. If we bring it back to my squad, I think like you win against because what was the number you said we were in the division? 3-0 or 4-0?
Yeah, we 3-0 we 3-0 in the division. We
So if we
undefeated in the
3-0
division
now
right
and
now.
we win tomorrow, you 4-0, I think like you got and you already beat who was supposed to be the lead dog. Detroit was supposed to be the ones winning the NFC North.
Right.
And guess what? They didn't. We beat them twice. And we have beaten every team that you put in front of us. So I think like we're so low in the rankings because we're not in the lead in our division. But like I said, you don't win a division in week, but we in 14, 15, whatever the case may be.
14,
you don't win
14.
You don't win the division now. You win it later. So we only have to play the Bears twice and the Vikings one more time.
Right.
Right?
Right.
So,
yeah.
So we write our own epitaph. So at the end of the day, it's like don't talk to me about woulda, coulda, shoulda. If you really a good team and you really say you are the lead dog, Packers go in and be lead dogs. Go in and win what belongs to you.
Yeah. Hey man, you know I'm all on that. I mean, I definitely believe you because I always believe that you can't leave, you can't put your destiny in another team's hands, man. You got to take care of business and let the chips fall where they may. You can't be hoping that this team beats another team. You got to go out there and take care of your business, and it's right there out in front of us. We 3-0 in the division.
Whatever you want.
We got to take care of business. We got to take care of business starting
whatever
tomorrow.
you want.
Yeah,
whatever you
put us in a
want, you
better
go out and
position.
get. And then I'm a piggyback also is because like I said, at the end of the day, fans they always like come up with excuses and opinions that has nothing to do with the game. It's like if your team win, they won. I got work to do Monday. I got 3 girlfriends and a wife, and all of them need attention. So at the end of the day, I'm not sitting here worrying about who the Packers beat. Like I want to check my portfolio and be like, so you said hey, Dr. Umar, you said how much?
Yo, boy, there you go. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Again, you watching your boy Kendrick the Sports Guy, Kendrick the Sports Hustle with my brother from another mother. Let me tell y'all this. I should have said this at the beginning how Will and I know each other. We are first cousins by blood. Our parents, my dad and his mom, were siblings. Peace be upon them. They are going on their peaceful journey. But we grew up like brothers. Before I had my brother, he and our other brother, peace be upon him, Larry Walker, and our other big brother, Charles Chuck Walker, these guys were my brothers in the mill, 414, 17th and North Avenue, West Milwaukee, Wisconsin. So that's I wanted to put that out there so y'all will know my relationship with my brother Will. And I'm 7 months older than he is. I won't tell our age, but I'm 7 months older than he is. So there you have it. Yeah, I let y'all guess with the gray. We'll let you guess in the comments. Put it in the comments. See if you guess how old we are. Whoever get the closest, you get the closest. I ain't giving out no money. Hey, speaking of which, if you want to help your brother, you can donate to my Cash App, Kendrick 1969, to help me build my sports platform. All that money will go into building my platform and my content. So anyway, neither here nor there. See, I done got off on a tangent, bro, messing with you, and I forgot where I was going. I know where I wanted to go with you because we got cut off from the live stream.
Initially, yep, sure did. Yeah.
Because I really wanted to get your take, because I think when we talk about the top stories of 2025, and I'm gonna do my top 5 stories of 2025. I'm gonna do a live stream.
We are at that point, huh?
Yeah. We got to talk about the trade of Michael Parsons to the Dallas Cowboys. And a lot of people had their opinions on this. I was shocked Me being in Texas, me being following the Dallas Cowboys, when I was in television news as a sports video journalist, I covered the Cowboys extensively. I was shocked. I never thought in a million years that would happen, but it happened. And Will, when you heard that this trade went down, what was your reaction?
Well, a song came to mind in relation to the Cowboys, because I'm gonna say this first. A song came to mind when I thought they traded Michael Parsons.
Mm-hmm.
How can I say goodbye to yesterday? I was like, they're dead. And we turn to I'm like, the Cowboys are dead. I mean, like, how do you trade your best player? Now, when I found out they traded him to my Packers, I said, when you think of love, do it set your heart on fire? I'm like, man, is y'all trying? is y'all trying to win or lose? So I said, Jerry Jones, you trying to win or lose? So at the end of the day, and like I say, I think, like, for me, if if Michael Parsons is the kind of player that make you feel like you got to get rid of him, he's a cancer to your team, or he's going to be a detriment to your environment or what you're trying to build and accomplish as a team, then you have to trade a guy like that. But all intents and purposes and everything that I hear, he's not that guy. He's the kind of guy is team first, trying to build his other teammates up and understand his worth. So how do you hate that? So when I looked at the Cowboys, I thought it was just Jerry Jones doing what Jerry Jones do. Either you do as I say, or I don't need you. So I think he did himself a disservice, because I don't think Michael Parsons did anything to warrant to be traded by them, because they could have signed him the offseason before at a much lower rate.
Right. Yeah.
You know, and so
yeah, and they kind of they kind of because they did that with Dak, where they could have had him at a lower rate too, but they
could have
waited
had him at a lower
too
rate
long,
too.
and then by the time the market had changed and for quarterbacks, and you had to pay him. Yeah,
you had
so
to pay him.
you know, my whole thing on that is I would say this. I think at this point, people, you know, in the comments and sports groups, I mean, people's like, well, Dallas won the trade, this and that. I don't think you can say who won this until we look back probably on this 4 years ago now. And I think that I honestly, I can say
you breaking up.
There's I would say there's not a lose.
It's the Puff Daddy remix. I can't hear you. It's the Puff Daddy remix.
From this until probably 4 years from now. And that's just my opinion. I don't think there's a winner sell. You felt some type of way with your ego. But I get it. That's Jerry. So, you know, another man's treasure is another man's trash is another man's treasure, as they say. I believe that's the saying, right? So I welcome Michael Parsons to the Packer family, and he looks good in goddamn green and gold. Real talk. And just to let you know, just another stat real quick. He's the first player to have at least 12 sacks in each of his first 5 seasons. First player in NFL history to have 12 sacks in each of his first 5 seasons. He has 12 and a half this year. And we know some legendary linebackers, don't we, bruh? They didn't even do that.
Yeah, we know, since the stat been taken since what, 82 or 83, is
Yep,
like
yep.
we know, like, um the first name come to mind is Lawrence Taylor.
That's what mine too. That's
If
the first one came mine too.
if you can do anything different than Lawrence Taylor, then you're doing good. If you can do anything different than Reggie White, you're doing good. So, or Jerome Brown, it's like you're doing good. So at the end of
All
the
right.
day, I think, like, as a team sport, it's like, I know we always look at individual players for certain things to do, but you can have a team sport, but at the end of the day, it take individuals to run that team, right?
Right.
So it's
Mm-hmm.
like, I know we playing a team sport, but without a Michael Parsons, without a Donald Driver, without a Brett Favre,
Mm-hmm.
or players of that nature, what do we really got? We got a bunch of people running
Right.
around doing nothing. So we need great
Mm-hmm.
players to make great things great. So we
Yeah,
can look at
that's
it
right.
like till we blue in the face. But at the end of the day, I think Jerry Jones, and I agree with you, his ego got in the way, and 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 he gonna suffer for it. But it ain't nothing new. He's always
Right.
They ain't won nothing. They ain't done nothing. They ain't been every time we look at the start of the season, because that's who they love. You know what I'm saying? They love the
Mm-hmm.
Cowboys all around the world. That's
Mm-hmm.
America's team.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all can have that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But at the end of the
Yeah.
day, you got to win. You got to win Super Bowls. You got to win games.
And speaking of another story franchise, and we got to talk about your lookalike. We got to talk about the Pittsburgh Steelers, man. We got to talk about that
Yeah.
because they got our former quarterback, by the way, who we
Mhm.
know this is his last year. This is his swan song.
No, I don't
And
know.
I said this in my preview of the NFL season on a live stream before the season started. I said that probably one of my hottest takes. I said that this would be Mike Tomlin's last year in Pittsburgh. I said that, and I think it is, and I think it should be. Actually, I thought he should have been out of Pittsburgh years ago.
So again,
I think he stayed there too long. I think he stayed there too long. Your thoughts on Pittsburgh and head coach Mike Tomlin? Will he be the Steelers head coach after this season in your
so
mind?
again, so again, it goes back to the song. How can I? So everybody got to die. Let you tell it. Um,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mike Tomlin got to go. uh,
Hey,
no, here's my
hey.
take on it. Hey, gotta go, gotta go. James Brown went.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yeah.
So I think this. He is has a position, undeniable position that a lot of coaches don't have. And when they say the words parting ways, most times you just got fired. I think
Right.
this will be the true definition of parting ways, because the
I agree.
Roonies, they genuinely fuck with Mike Tomlin.
They do.
They
You're
genuinely
right.
hired him on the strength of, they like, I fuck with you, dude. Of course,
Right.
I'm using my vernacular and not theirs.
Yeah.
We
Yeah, and
kind of
it's
like you,
cool. I'm
man.
digging it.
We,
You
we,
know I'm
we
dealing
want
with
to hire you, guy. We want to hire you for our head
it.
coaching job. But I think like they really genuinely fuck with Mike Tomlin the same way they fuck with Bill Cowher and Chuck
Mm-hmm.
Noll. You know what I'm
And
saying?
Chuck
I think
Noll. Yeah.
they had coaches in place to where they was like, it really is. It's eventually it's about coaching with certain coaches. You know what I'm saying? After 7 years with Matt LaFleur, it's about coaching now. Something got to happen here. But with certain coaches, when you got the vibe of your team, the verve of it, it's like coaching ain't really the problem right here. It's just like something we gotta do here to
Mm-hmm.
curtail and get it back right. But I agree with you. I think now it might be that time for
Mhm.
Pittsburgh and Mike Tomlin to really have a genuine parting of the ways. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? For him, for the betterment of
Right.
both of them. You know what I'm saying? Because like I say, at the end of the day, I really don't know who their GM is, but I know who their owner is, but it's like they GM, I don't know. Like, is he really giving them everything that they need as a franchise? Because they didn't have a quarterback last year.
I Yeah, but
They
they
got
didn't spend a whole lot of money on that defense though, bro. They did they got the highest paid defense in the league. I mean, they got TJ
and,
Watt.
and,
They
and
signed
what
to
and
that
what
big which TJ
and
Watt
what's
deserved
costing
his
them a lot
money.
of
Don't get
games
me
though?
twisted. He deserved it. I ain't.
And what no, he definitely what's costing them a lot of
Yeah,
games though?
yeah.
Is it offensively that's costing them a lot of games? Is because
Hmm.
you see
Well, at this point, it's defense.
mm-hmm. So
It's defense now. When I kind of look at the Steelers now, it's the defense is kind.
it's shaky.
But I definitely know that they got the highest paid. They paying those defensive guys a whole lot of money. I do know that. You know, um,
So well,
and,
yeah,
and I think Tomlin. I think maybe
he's on the hot
I think
seat.
maybe Tomlin's his yeah, and I think his voice has fallen on deaf ears. I still think he's a good coach. Don't get it twisted. I just think that maybe it is time for him to move on. And I thought this
Terry
a couple
Brad
of years ago.
to quote Terry Bradshaw, and that's
Oh,
not something I
he
ever
don't
want
like
to hear.
Tomlin.
Yeah, he don't like him
He,
at all. He called
yeah,
him a glorified cheerleader.
he dang sure
He
did.
called he called him say he don't know what he do well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sitting here like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
so okay. What
Mm-hmm.
tell me how you really think.
Right, right.
So at the end of the day, I think like
Mm-hmm.
good coaches are not something that media makes. I think teams and players make good coaches. So either you are
Mm-hmm.
or you aren't. So I think Mike Tomlin
Mm-hmm.
really has proven who he is. He's not like Gruden did, in my opinion now, like Gruden did with Tony Dungy's squad. He took
Right.
over Tony Dungy's squad because he was quote unquote supposed to be this guy, that guy, but he didn't come and change nothing. He told them guys, do what y'all do. Tony
Do
Dungy
do
was the
what y'all
defensive
do.
guy. Yeah, he
Right.
told the defense didn't change. Gruden came
Yeah.
in and that offense wasn't busting heads. That offense was being very regular schmegler. And it was like they won that Super Bowl
Yeah.
on the pretense of defense. So it's like for me, you can get rid of a Tomlin. He gonna bounce back. He gonna be the one black coach that will bounce back. Like a lot of black coaches don't. You get one shot and then that's it. You be Ray Rhodes. You know what I'm saying? You coached the Eagles and you was doing very well. You come to the Packers for one season and now you kick to the curb. And the guy that did the same thing that you
Yeah.
did, the same exact record, the team looked the same. He lost, but he get a 5-year extension because y'all like him because he looked the part that y'all want. So at the end of the day, it's a lot to be desired. But Mike Tomlin, I think like it's probably best that they part ways right now, or at least fire the GM and let figure out what y'all want to do there. But yeah, it's probably
Yeah.
best to just
Unfortunately, when
surmise
it
that.
comes to coaching,
Yeah,
especially at the
yeah. But he
yeah,
might be the one
that's what
that
it
I
is.
because I
All
always
right,
I
bro. We're
always
gonna
have
get
a
out of here, man.
problem.
Give me your final.
But if we're gonna go final thoughts, we're gonna go final thoughts with Packer, Bears, Nations.
Hmm.
If we're gonna go
Yes,
final thoughts,
let's do
if
that.
I could
Final
if I
thoughts.
could surmise anything, because I think that was the gist. And when you edit this thing, tell my baby mama that my feet never stink and I never had dookie in my drawers. But Um, here's my summation. Tomorrow's game, and I'm going to give you a score tomorrow. And I'm not a homer by any stretch of imagination. But here's how the game going to go. First thing, who's gonna win the toss?
This is
no chaser.
I'm not editing nothing, Will. This is all you. I ain't editing nothing.
So
dude, what you said is going straight over social media. Go ahead.
So here's the thing. When the game starts off, it's gonna start with who wins the toss. Like the Bears really believe that their defense are so this and that, and the Packers really, their coach really likes to defer. Like for me, I like more possessions than I do anything. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like the more time you possess the balls, the more opportunities you have to score. Now, unless you got the 85 Bears defense, then that's different. You know, then you definitely lead with defense when you got the 85 Bears defense. But if you don't, you take the ball and just, you want more possessions because then you put yourself in a position to be successful. But tomorrow's game gonna rest on two things. What each team do well. The Bears do turnovers well. We don't give up big plays. So I'm talking about as a defense, we don't give up big plays on defense. We let them go articulate down the field, in the words of the coach from Hank Schramm. We're gonna articulate down the field. But to surmise it, I think like whoever does what they do the best will win. And my belief is at home, Michael Parsons is gonna be Michael Parsons, Rashad Gary gonna be Rashad Gary, and McKinney and Evan Williams gonna get some picks. So even though we last in the league in turnovers, we're gonna be the first in the league tomorrow.
Yeah.
So that's my thing. And here's my score: 31-17 Packers. And that ain't being no homer. It's just
I'm glad you gave your score.
It's just them being at home, and that the Bears, like I said, they talk a good game, but they can never finish it. They feet stank, and they what?
Mm-hmm.
I was waiting for you to say
it. They do. They do talk a good game. They do. They get in my chat. They definitely be on one. Yeah, for sure.
So when you get on TikTok, you're gonna have to
they be on one.
I don't be on TikTok like that. When you in TikTok, hit me up so I can come in there with you.
Man, you need to come on, bro, because that's where it goes down on TikTok, man. My live's on there, man. I tell you, it goes down in the Packers chat room, man cave, as I call it. And my final thoughts on, again, we're talking Bears, Packers, the big NFC North game tomorrow. I think the key to this game, what we talked about earlier, I think our defense cannot give up long drives. We cannot let them hold the ball 7 and 8 minutes. We can't do that. We get these guys off the field. We make Caleb Williams pass the freaking football. We're gonna win this game. And I think I'm picking my Packers to win anyway. I think it's gonna be 23-13. We're gonna win it. We're gonna limit Caleb Williams. We're gonna make him throw the ball, and he's not gonna throw the ball really well.
Let's hope not. And no big plays.
That's my thoughts on it.
No big plays.
No big plays.
No big. Big plays.
Again, like you were saying earlier, and I think Michael Parsons is gonna get a whole lot of double teams, and I think Rashawn Gary. And I think Quay Walker is going to be a key to this game too. I know earlier in the live stream you say he ain't kin to you, bro. Yeah, but I like me some Quay Walker.
I call him number 7. I think he out of position. he out of position a little bit too much for me. He really like when Michael Parsons played for the Cowboys, I was had the inkling that Quay Walker could be that type of player if they used him correctly. But they keep using him in the middle, which ain't nothing wrong with that if that's who he is. But like I say, you move him around and you like make him a playmaker, he can be what he want to do. But at the end of the day, it's like sometimes he get lost in the sauce. And I can't sit back and not act like it don't happen. I see it. Because it's like he's always a step away, but he's gonna make tackles, he's gonna finish up, he's gonna do a lot of things. He gonna do a lot of things to make you think. Like I say, numbers lie, being lie, women lie, numbers don't. His numbers gonna make you think he's the greatest thing since sliced bread and pork chops and applesauce. But at the end of the day, that nigga he leave a lot desired for me. But he is still hope yet though, because I'm always optimistic. I'm never one of those half glass, empty,
half full, half empty,
type cats. You know what I mean? I really believe like it's always a button and it's always an epiphany moment that shit click on for a player and they can become ultra dominant. So I'm never in belief that it's not possible. But that's your boy. That ain't my boy. So don't you ever call him. You call him by his first name. Don't never call him Walker.
Yeah.
But we gonna call Reed because that's
I like
us.
me some Quay, but I want.
I know you do. I don't. I don't
Quay,
dislike
I'm gonna call him
Quay. Man, I'm gonna call him Quay. I call him Seven. I don't even call him man by his name. Now name. His mama named him Quay.
but also I want to see Edge Cooper do a little bit more too. We need Edge to do a little bit more, in my opinion. And I think he's been a little silent this year. I want to see him make a little bit more splash plays. And I want Dontavian Wicks to keep doing what he's doing. I want Dontavian Wicks, again, keep doing what you're doing, young fella. Romeo Dobbs with that big-ass crazy helmet. Keep doing what you're doing, Romeo.
Hey, he tried to protect his brain. When you talk about 56, when you talk about Edgerrin Cooper, he is it ain't him, it's them. They playing him like totally wrong. It's like they can play him so many ways to he be different because he is a playmaker. He got to be some kin of Michael Irvin.
He hadn't made many big splash plays. I get you, but he ain't made it.
No,
I like Edge. Don't get me wrong, but he hadn't.
He had more last year than he has this year, and that's precipitated by them having Michael Parsons. So they can't really move him around like they want to, but they can. If I'm the defensive coordinator, y'all gonna be so much in trouble when I got Edgerrin Cooper and Michael Parsons. Y'all gonna be sitting there looking at me like you looking at me like now. Like, nigga, I just said we about to end this.
My brother from my other mother, man.
Man, I love you,
we got to do this more often, but I love you more, bro. But we got to get that Bears fan. Yeah, we got to do it. You know what? I'm glad I didn't say that because I was gonna have to say pause. I was getting ready to say we got to do a threesome.
No, we're not gonna do that. No, we're not doing that.
Woo! Anybody watch this later? When I said y'all, I'm gonna edit that part out. We gonna edit that out. That ain't what I bit. We gonna have 3 people on screen talking sports.
But
and it's gonna be a Bears fan. We're gonna do something.
And he don't even want to talk during Bears week. So he made a post on his Facebook page about the game and this, that, and the other. I say so, and I told him, I was like, and me being who I am, I said, look, y'all actually got a good team right now and a good coach. I said, I'll see y'all next week. And he's like, and I'm his OG, and he's like, OG, I'll holler at you. He said, but this week, you know what it is. So we don't communicate during Bears and Packer week. But that's a reflection of him, not me.
Okay.
That's a reflection of him, not me.
Right.
I'm sitting here like nothing's to stop us from hollering about this
shit.
Exactly. But he make posts. He make posts about his teams.
Yeah.
He make posts about his teams, and he be missing the mark. You know what I'm saying? He be definitely missing the mark. And I be sitting here like, oh my God, Kemosabe, you don't even know the assignment. It's okay for you to love your team, but don't be retarded. Don't be
boy.
don't be. Oh, I can't say retarded, huh?
Oh, we can't. You can't say that, bro. We can't. God dang.
Okay. Well, don't be retarded. What you can do?
We can't. We can't say that, bro.
Well, I ain't
mentally
killing.
challenged.
Well, he's mentally challenged. He's riding the bus, and they got signs up talking about and ride through the neighborhood saying he's blind, autistic. I'm like, he's all of them.
Hey,
They
you know
got
what,
signs in the
ladies and
neighborhood.
gentlemen? And ladies and gentlemen, you know what? I think at this time we have come to the end of the show. That has been my good brother, my brother from another mother, my first cousin, my brother relationship.
Call me Kadeem.
Will Walker.
My name is Kadeem. Kadeem.
AKA Mike Tomlin lookalike. And you're gonna see more of this. Hopefully in 2026, you're gonna see more of this.
We gonna rock,
me
baby.
And my brother getting together where we just chopping it up about sports, not just sports, man, just other stuff. Because we can talk about not only sports, we can talk about what's going on in entertainment. I try to stay away from politics. I don't really like talking about politics.
I don't too much fuck with politics, but I will. But I think like the real life shit that as OGs that we can give to
relationships. Because we can definitely talk about that.
Yeah.
From a male perspective, ladies, if you want to come in.
Yes, so we definitely can do all that. So
we can do all that. But and my brother definitely can talk about the Negro League and baseball, because my brother is definitely a connoisseur and a savant on baseball, especially the Negro League, because his father, my late uncle, played in the Negro Leagues, if I'm not mistaken, right? Will?
Yeah.
Your pops played in the Negro Leagues.
Yes, he did. Yeah.
Yeah. Peace be upon him.
I would have played too, but I just wasn't born in time. I was born in 69.
Right.
I'm good at 69. I just was born in 69, but I'm good at it too.
On that note, you know what? It's time to exit stage left.
I thought you'd get your old ass off here. Since you want to be big brother, get your old ass off this line, man. Get off my line, man.
Take your young ass to sleep. All right. Love you, man. We'll be in contact,
I love you too,
bro.
Always, baby.
All right, bro. Peace. All right.
Yep.
Again, that was me with my brother from another mother, Will Walker. He's my first cousin. And he's still trying to pop on here. I done removed you. Get on out of here. Man, that's my first cousin. Our parents were brother and sister. My dad and his mom, they both going on again. And he's a big Packer fan, sports fan. We grew up together and we talk sports. So again, you're gonna see more of us doing some things, talking about sports, entertainment, other avenues, whatever. Because we got a lot to say. We got a lot to talk about. And there you have it. So again, the big game goes down tomorrow. Bears at our Packers. To see who will be sitting atop the NFC North after tomorrow night. We're going to check it out. Again, I picked my Packers to win 23-13. That is my score. So, again, I am Kendrick, the sports guy. Make sure if you haven't already, subscribe to the YouTube channel. That is Kendrick Sports Hustle, as well as TFG Sports Media. Make sure you like and follow them both on Facebook. You can also follow me on Instagram at Kendrick1969. And also, follow me on TikTok, Kendrick Henderson 51. I reached the milestone, 100,000 views on my live streams. Man, I'm telling you, I'm putting in the work. You're going to have some fun over there, man. Follow me. You don't have to necessarily like sports, because we entertain too. So, but if you like sports, cool. If you don't, I'm going to try to make you like it a little bit, just the way I talk about it and keep it conversation, all right? So again, I am Kendrick, the sports guy. You guys enjoy rest of your Saturday evening. We will see you on the other side and on the next report. I am out. Peace.